Requirements are not the finish line. They are the starting point for the project plan. A lot of teams spend time gathering requirements. They define what the system needs to do. They agree on the MVP. They might even get sign off from the business. But then the project still gets stuck. Why? Because requirements explain what needs to exist, but they do not automatically explain how the team will deliver it. For example, a requirement might say, HR needs to track incomplete onboarding forms before a new hire starts. That is useful, but it is not enough by itself. Who is building the form tracking? Where will the data come from? Who reviews the workflow? What happens if the form is missing? When does HR get notified? Who approves the final version before launch? That is where the project plan comes in. A good project plan turns requirements into real work. It breaks the work into tasks, assigns owners, sets timelines, tracks risks, adds review points, and gives the team a clear path to launch. The goal is simple. Make the work clear enough that the team can move without guessing. The shift from requirements to project planning is the shift from what to how. Requirements answer the question, what needs to exist? The project plan answers, how will we deliver it? For example, the requirement might be, the HR coordinator needs to see incomplete onboarding forms. That is the what. The plan needs to answer the how. How will the system know a form is incomplete? How will the HR coordinator see that status? Who builds the admin view? Who checks the data? Who tests the workflow? When will the feature be ready for review? How will it go live? This is where a lot of projects fail. They have requirements, but the requirements stay too high level. The team knows the goal, but the work is not broken down enough for people to act. A project plan closes that gap. It turns a requirement into work items. It assigns owners. It creates milestones. It defines review points. It explains how the work moves from planning to launch. A requirement sitting in a document does not move the project forward. A clear plan does. The first step is confirming scope. Before I build the plan, I want the team to agree on three things. What is in? What is out? What can wait until later? This matters because version 1 can get out of control fast. A team might start with one clear goal, then new ideas keep getting added. Someone asks for a dashboard. Someone else asks for automated emails. Another person wants reporting. Then someone asks if the system can integrate with another tool. Some of those ideas may be useful, but they may not belong in version 1. So I separate the work into three groups. In means the core work required for the first useful version. Out means the work that does not support the main goal right now. Later means good ideas that should be saved but should not slow down delivery. For example, if the goal is to help HR see incomplete onboarding forms, then version 1 probably needs form status, new hire information, due dates, and an HR view. But advanced analytics, manager dashboards, and automated reporting may belong later. Scope protects delivery. If everything becomes version 1, then version 1 is not really prioritized. Once scope is clear, I break the requirements into work items. This is one of the most important steps. A requirement is usually too large to manage as one task. For example, the requirement might say, HR coordinator can see incomplete onboarding forms before a new hire starts. That sounds simple, but there are several pieces inside it. The team may need to define the data fields. They may need a status field for complete, incomplete, draft, or submitted. They may need an admin view for HR. They may need a filter that shows only incomplete forms. They may need a reminder rule. They may need permission settings so only the right users can see the data. They may need test cases to confirm the workflow works. Now the requirement has turned into work the team can actually plan. Each work item can be estimated. Each work item can be assigned. Each work item can be tested. Each work item can be reviewed. This also helps avoid vague tasks. A task like build HR workflow is too broad. A better task would be create an HR admin table that shows new hire name, start date, form status, manager, and last updated date. That is much clearer. The goal is not to make the task list longer just to look organized. The goal is to make the work clear enough that people can execute without guessing. Next, I identify dependencies. A dependency means one piece of work relies on another piece of work. Some tasks cannot start until another task is done, or at least clearly defined. For example, the data model usually comes early. The team needs to know what data will be stored, where it comes from, and how it will be structured. After that, permissions become easier to define. Who can view the data? Who can edit it? Who can approve it? Who should not have access? Once permissions are clear, the interface can be built with the right user roles in mind. Then notifications can be added. Then testing can confirm the whole workflow. This order matters. If the team builds the interface before the data model is clear, the interface may need to be rebuilt. If they test before permissions are finished, the test results may not be reliable. If notifications are built before the workflow is approved, the wrong people may get alerts. Dependencies prevent fake timelines. A fake timeline shows everything happening at the same time, even though the work has a real order. A good timeline respects the order of the work. After the work is broken down, I assign owners. A plan fails when every task belongs to the team. That sounds collaborative, but it usually creates confusion. If everyone owns it, nobody truly owns it. Ownership does not mean one person does all the work. It means one person is accountable for moving that part forward. For most IT projects, I think about a few types of ownership. The technical owner is responsible for build decisions and technical delivery. The business owner confirms the work solves the right problem. The reviewer checks quality, accuracy, usability, and readiness. The approver makes the final decision when the team needs direction. For example, on an HR onboarding workflow, the developer may own the build. The HR manager may own the business requirement. A test user may review whether the workflow is easy to use. A department lead may approve the final version before launch. This avoids waiting. It also avoids duplicate work. The team knows who to go to for decisions, who needs to review the work, and who has final approval. Clear ownership keeps the project moving. Once the work items, owners, and dependencies are clear, I build a timeline. The timeline should match the work. It should not be a random date picked because it sounds good. For a small IT project, I might use a simple 4-week structure. Week 1 is planning and refinement. This is where the team confirms scope, reviews requirements, breaks work into tasks, checks dependencies, and agrees on ownership. Week 2 is the core build. This is where the main feature or workflow is created. Week 3 is testing and adjustment. This is where the team checks whether the feature works, finds issues, fixes problems, and confirms the workflow with users. Week 4 is launch prep. This is where the team prepares training notes, support steps, final approvals, and rollout details. The key point is this: good timelines include review time. A timeline that only includes build time is not complete. People need time to test. People need time to give feedback. The team needs time to fix what does not work. Without review time, the project may look on track until the end. Then suddenly, everything feels rushed. A better timeline makes review part of the plan from the beginning. Testing should never be an afterthought. It belongs inside the plan from the start. When I build a project plan, I want to know how the team will test the work before anyone starts calling it done. There are a few review points I would include. First is functional testing. Does the feature do what the requirement says? If the requirement says HR can see incomplete onboarding forms, then the test should confirm that incomplete forms actually show up correctly. Second is user review. Can the user complete the task without confusion? This matters because a feature can technically work and still be hard to use. Third is the security check. Are roles, permissions, and data accessed correct? This is especially important when the system includes employee data, financial data, health data, customer records, or anything sensitive. Fourth is launch review. Is the team ready to support the system after it goes live? Who handles questions? Who fixes bugs? Who updates the workflow later? A good plan does not stop at build and deploy. It includes build, review, fix, confirm, and launch. That is how the team protects the final result. I also track risks and decisions. This does not need to be complicated. A simple risk and decision log is enough for many small projects. Risks are the things that could slow the team down or hurt delivery. For example, the data source may be unclear. A stakeholder may be slow to review. Design changes may come late. Permissions may not be fully defined. Testing may depend on sample data that does not exist yet. If these risks are not written down, the team may ignore them until they become real problems. Decisions are the open questions that need an owner. What stays manual? What launches first? Who approves scope changes? What can wait? What happens if the timeline slips? Who signs off before launch? Writing these things down matters because the same questions come up again and again when they are not tracked. A project plan should not only show the work, it should also show what could block the work and what decisions still need to be made. That keeps the team focused. It also gives leadership a clear view of what needs attention. For most small IT projects, the plan should fit on one clear page. That page should show the main parts of the project. Scope. What is included? Work items. What gets built? Owners. Who is accountable? Timeline. When the work happens. Risks. What could block delivery? Reviews. How the work gets approved. This keeps the plan useful. The goal is not to create a huge document that nobody reads. A long project plan is not automatically a better project plan. A useful plan is clear, specific, and easy to act on. For example, a one-page plan should tell a developer what they are building. It should tell the business owner when they need to review. It should tell the project lead what risks need attention. It should tell the team what happens next. If more detail is needed, the team can add it, but the one-page plan gives everyone the same starting point. That is what makes it powerful. A project plan turns requirements into delivery. Requirements tell the team what needs to exist. The project plan tells the team how to deliver it. Once scope is confirmed, the requirements can be broken into work items. Those work items need owners, dependencies, milestones, testing, reviews, risks, and decisions. That is how the project moves from a document to real delivery. Without a plan, the team may agree on the requirements, but still get stuck. With a clear plan, the work has direction. People know what they own. They know what comes first. They know what needs review. They know what could block progress. They know what ready means. Clear plan, clear ownership, better delivery. If this video was helpful, like the video and subscribe for more practical videos on IT systems, requirements, project planning, and technical program management. I'll be sharing more videos on how to break down project work, manage requirements, build better plans, and communicate clearly with technical and business teams. You can also visit korekai.com for IT project management resources, case studies, templates, and portfolio examples. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.